Alif Lām Mīm, 3 letters, open the second chapter of the Quran. And for 1400 years, not one person on this earth knew what they truly meant. Not the scholars, not the linguists, not the book's fiercest enemies hunting for a flaw. 29 chapters open with letters like these, and every commentary agreed nobody knows. This is the story of the day that waiting ended. The story of mysterious letters that waited 14 centuries for one machine to ask one very simple question. From the very beginning, readers noticed something strange. Certain chapters did not open with sentences at all. They opened with bare letters, Alif Lām Mīm Taha Qua. They gathered and argued across the long centuries. Some said names of God, some said abbreviations, some said a hidden secret between the author and his messenger, yet nobody could ever prove anything. So the great books of exegesis recorded the only honest answer they had. No one alive knows the meaning of these initials. Generation after generation, that solemn verdict never once changed. Here is the full roster, 29 chapters, 14 different sets of initials built from 14 letters, exactly half the Arabic alphabet. Hold those numbers, because they will return. Strangest of all, the book kept insisting the letters meant something, verse after verse calling them the same thing, proofs of this scripture, signs. Proofs of what exactly? The key lay in plain sight for 1400 years, chapter 74, verse 30, 4 quiet words that everyone read straight past. Over it, the text says, is 19. The next verse hands that number 5 assignments: disturb the disbelievers, convince Christians and Jews, strengthen the faithful, remove all traces of doubt, and expose those who harbour it. Then the text swears a triple oath, by the moon above, by the night as it passes, by the morning as it shines. This, it declares, is one of the great miracles. A biochemist named Rashad Khalifa did what no scholar in history could manage. He fed the entire Arabic Quran into an early computer. Not to read it, but to count it. Every single letter, every word, every chapter. For the first time in history, the initials faced a question human patience could never survive. The answer arrived in January 1974. From Revelation, 1000 to that January years, 19 times 74, and 19 itself sits in chapter 74. It began with a single letter, Kaf, which opens exactly 2 chapters, 42 and 50. The machine counted both and found 57 in each, perfectly and impossibly identical. 57 plus 57 equals 114, 19 times 6, and 114 is exactly how many chapters the Quran contains. The letter Qaf counts its own book. Surah 50 opens with Kaf and the glorious Quran, and glorious in Arabic is Majid. Add its ancient letter values 43, 10, 4, and you get 57 again. The chapter numbers conform as well. 42 plus 53 verses gives 95, 50 plus 45 gives 95 again, and every verse numbered 19 holds 76 kafs, 19 times 4. Now watch this system defend itself. The people of Lot appear 13 times in the Quran, always called Qam, a word containing kaf, except once, in Surah 50. There, and only there, they are called ikhwan, meaning brethren. One ordinary word would have made 58 kafs, and this entire phenomenon would have quietly ceased to exist. It happens again in chapter 3, where Mecca is inexplicably spelled Becca, would break the count. Strange spelling, perfect armor. The initial noon guards a single chapter, chapter 68, called The Pen, its full name spelled out with 2 noons in the original Arabic text. Stretch a line from the first initial to the last, 5,263 verses, 19 times 277, with the word God inside another perfect multiple. The letter Sa'd prefaces chapters 7, 19 and 38, occurring 97, 26 and 29 times. The grand total, 152, is exactly 19 times 8, locked across 3 chapters. One word in chapter 7 appears misprinted with Sa'd in certain modern copies, yet the oldest surviving manuscript, the Tashkent copy, writes it with Sin. The oldest ink agrees. Where Ya occurs 237 times and Sin 48, together 285, 19 times 15, with not one subtle Ya anywhere. 7 consecutive chapters open with Ha-Mīm, and both letters counted across all 7 give 2,147, 19 times 113. One changed letter kills everything. Hidden inside sits a second layer. The first 3 chapters total 19 times 59, and their digits sum to 59, while the last 4 give 19 times 54. The middle 3 total 19 times 55, with digits summing 55, the remaining 4 19 times 58, with digits 58, 4 groupings, 4 multiples, 4 perfectly matching sums. Chapter 42 carries a second, separate set of initials in its second verse. Sin Kaf, 98 plus 57 equals 209, which is 19 times 11 exactly. Alif Lām Mīm, the three commonest Arabic letters, prefix 6 chapters, and every chapter's total is a perfect multiple, together 19,874, 19 times 1,046. Alif Lām Rā guards 5 chapters, 2,489 twice in twin neighbouring totals, then 2375, 1197, 912, all multiples of 19. Pause and count what you have already seen. A dozen independent locks, each built from thousands of letters, each destroyed by a single alteration, all sharing one denominator, 19. And the ledger is barely open, because ahead lie the interlocking initials, the longest set guarding the virgin birth, and a grand total that passes 1 million, still counting. The deeper the machine counted, the deeper the pattern reached, into geometrical values, verse numbers, and the placement of every single chapter. That story continues in Part 2. Part 2 continues the count, but until then, remember one thing. Every figure you have seen tonight is verifiable in the original Arabic text. Do not believe it, count it.